Hi, welcome to another blind tasting of Ryan Benink's Whiskey World. Today it's gonna be my fourth blind review, so let's see what we're gonna get today. Before I start reviewing, I also want to share with you that I'm selling some samples of different whiskies that I have. This, for instance, is the Deek 12-year-old. That's a Spanish whiskey. I'm selling Cardu 12-year-old. There are some more bottles. If you like to swap some samples, or if you want to buy some samples, feel free to contact me and I'll share you the list of the samples that I have, and then we can see if we can work something out. Now, as you might have noticed, I'm wearing a little bit warmer clothes. Here in Spain it's starting to become a little bit colder, a little bit more enjoyable to drink whiskies. Last week we had a lot of rain, but now the sun is shining again, and I'm gonna share some hopefully nice whiskies with you. So today, let's see what we're gonna have. Let's have a note. It's a light, fruity nose. I'm gonna go for, I think, a wine cask finish. Wine or bourbon? That's a big difference, of course, but I'm not gonna get sherry influences. Could be rum, but it's something lighter, that's for sure. It's a light style of whiskey. I'm not gonna get any peat. It's enjoyable. I get some chocolate notes, but like milk chocolate, some caramel, a little bit of fruitiness, perhaps a little bit of lime, I would say. But majority of the notes would go towards milk chocolate, perhaps a little bit of caramel and vanilla. It doesn't give me the hint like if it's a very strong whiskey. I'm sorry for the background noises. I'm not sure if the microphone is picking them up, but my son just woke up, so I'm sure my wife will take care of him, and hopefully it won't disturb the video that much. So yeah, I'm going for, I would say, bourbon cask maturation with a finish in a different style cask. It can also be completely bourbon cask maturation, but no, it's not sherry. It has the vanilla, it has the lighter fruit notes, it's a little bit of honey I get. No peat. It's a whiskey. Let's go and try to taste it. It's creamy and a little bit peppery, I have to say. Peppery, and I'm getting some darker fruits on the back of the tongue, to be honest. I'm thinking, perhaps I look a little bit difficult, but I'm thinking it's actually stronger than 40% ABV. Cask strength, I don't know. Buttery, creamy, I get some vanilla, I get some caramel again, a little bit of milk chocolate, and then it's mouth coating with a little bit of peppery spices. I don't think it is peated, but it does have some wood and oakiness influences of the cask in the whiskey. which can mean or it's been a very active cask, or it has been a long maturation. It's a nice whiskey. Yeah, I like it. Perhaps a hint of nutmeg. I'm a little bit doubting myself on the casks. I'm gonna go for, there is for sure, in my opinion, a majority of the whiskey matured in ex-bourbon casks. But perhaps it's been finished or has a partial maturation in a light wine cask, perhaps a rum cask, or any other style of spirit. Sherry, I'm pretty sure that it's not. Peated, I'm also pretty sure it's not. Cask strength, I'm not 100% convinced about. I do think it has a little bit more alcohol than the 40%. I wouldn't be surprised if this is around 46% to 50%, but perhaps I'm off. Let me check the time, how long we've been at it. Alright, this should be around 7-8 minutes. Which means we can continue a little bit before I have to pause it. Yeah, on the nose, my first note would be milk chocolate. Milk chocolate with a little bit of caramel and then a light fruity note coming through. A little bit of that candy store artificial sweetness that the candies have. And it's nice in a whiskey. I'm thinking that will be from the ex-bourbon cask. Still a little sip left. I'm doubting if I will take it now and then take a look at what we have here, or if we take a look first. Let's see if I can get a couple more notes, right? Yeah, let's do that. Peppery and nutmeg on the tongue and the aftertaste, but sweetness when you first bite into it. Vanilla, honey, a little bit of the milk chocolate, but not as obvious as on the nose. It's a nice whiskey, yes. I'm not sure if it will be very expensive, but this is something always quite difficult for me, to be honest. If I have to say brands or regions, I wouldn't be surprised if this would be a Highlander or perhaps a Speyside. Pretty sure it's all malt, perhaps blended. Perhaps blended. It could also be like a compass box, though I think the compass box that I have in here is the Story of the Spaniard, which is I think 43%. And I do think this might be a little bit higher ABV, but I might be off. Alright, I'm very curious what it's gonna be. Let's take a look, let's find out. I haven't added any water because I absolutely didn't think that the whiskey needed it. Alright, let's take a look. What do we have here? Okay, we have the W624. And I'm gonna quickly restart the recording before we run out. Alright, W624. Let's take a look what we have. Letter W. 624. Alright. This is the Balvenie 21-year-old PortWood. So yeah, I didn't get the port, but I do consider the wine finishes and the port finishes very relatable. So I'm not that surprised about that. You can taste the maturation of 21 years because of the spiciness from the oak. It's really in there. So yeah, it is majority bourbon cask matured, finished in a wine style cask port. ABV 40%. Because of the spiciness, you really don't miss it. So I think in general, when we're used to having younger whiskies, I always like it to have it a little bit stronger. It wasn't strong in the case that you needed to add water, absolutely not. But I also don't think that the 40% is showing as light in this whiskey. In the way that yes, it's easy drinkable, but it's very nice in a way that it's mouth coating. You get the milk chocolate notes. Balvenie had crossed my mind because I've been drinking some Balvenie 14-year-old Caribbean cask earlier this week, and it had a similar style. So yeah, Speyside Balvenie whiskey, again a 20-year-old whiskey. I really think we won't have much 20 years and older left if I continue like this. It goes quickly. So we've had the Glendronach 1993, which was a 25-year-old. We had the Rock Island 21-year-old, and then this is the third 20-year-old whiskey, or 20 years or older whiskey, the 21-year-old PortWood from the Balvenie. The price, I think it's around 140 euros, pounds more or less. It is a really nice whiskey. It's a nice whiskey to take your time with, to sit down, to enjoy it. It has those fruity notes, it has those milk chocolate notes, it has the wood influence of a longer maturation. It's not a whiskey, to me personally, that makes you go like, wow, like the mind blowing. Absolutely not. It doesn't have a lot of notes and flavors which are very unique to it. No, that's not the type of and the style of whiskey this is. This is a whiskey that you take out on a nice, perhaps rainy afternoon, perhaps you have some friends over, you can sit with the fireplace. Just imagine something easy that you want to drink while you're with friends, for instance, having a conversation. Having a conversation about life and not having a conversation about the whiskey. This is a whiskey that you can't tell hours of stories about, but it's a really, really nice whiskey to sit with and enjoy. Another whiskey that I also have that with, which is absolutely not bam, wow, but which is lovely to take and sit, is the Glenlivet 18 years old, a little bit cheaper than this one. I also really enjoy that whiskey to sit with, to talk with friends, and to have a whiskey with it. This is a whiskey that, to me personally, you're having a conversation, you're sitting, and you have a whiskey as an addition to that. Not the other way around, not a whiskey that you start drinking and then it's only about the whiskey. No, for that, this is a too polite of a dram. A lovely dram. It's not the cheapest dram. It's also not crazy expensive. I really enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed this video. What else can I say? In general, I really like the Balvenies. I like the double wood as a starter, just to enjoy a good whiskey. The 14-year-old Caribbean cask I also really enjoy. I have a 15-year-old single cask, a lot of vanilla notes, very special. And then this one, the 21-year-old PortWood. I think it's the favorite whiskey of David Stewart, the master blender from the Balvenie, and it is really a great whiskey. Now, if you want to see more of my blind tastings, make sure to check out the links here. I'll put 2 on it. If you want to support me, you can do that with in a lot of ways. If you are like, I would like you to taste the whiskey that I have, get into contact with me and I can add it to the blind whiskey chest. You can also support me by Patreon, and there are more ways. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're having a great day. Enjoy your whiskies, and I'll see you also. That didn't sound good, but have a great day.